as you may or may not know, if this is your first time joining us, I'm sure that's not many of you at this point. This is a film class. So we watch movies and then we talk about movies, baby. We fucking talk about movies after we watch these movies. We later are going to get to whether or not that is a Christmas movie. I think the point is a little moot when you're talking about that film as a film to be studied. I think pound for pound, dollar for dollar, you might have just watched the best action movie of all time. And I mean that sincerely. This is by director John McTiernan. He, right before this movie, actually 1 year before this movie, made a little known film called, anybody know? Predator. He made Predator right before this movie, and it was Predator that really sprung him as a director. And then Die Hard was the first of just a series of awesome movies that I really, really love. Hunt for the Red October, Last Action Hero, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Thomas Crown Affair. He made a lot of great movies, but Die Hard is his magnum opus, and it is, as I said, what I think is probably the best action film ever. Now, Predator is very much up there, and I think what John brings to his action films is there are some elements of tact and nuance within the explosions and the Mach 11s and everything else that you just don't typically see in action movies. It's so interesting to see John Woo level excess in his action mixed with like really great plant and payoff. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's like 3 moments in that movie, 2 of which that I think are 2 of the best plant and payoffs ever, because you might miss them. The Twinkie wrapper, where because he's buying the Twinkie earlier and reading the label, what the hell is in this thing anyway? Later, he knows the exact ingredients that are in the Twinkie. And if you miss that beat earlier on, you might go, why does he know the ingredients of a Twinkie so well? Perfect little plant and payoff. And then the watch, right? The watch, there isn't like this huge fuss made about the watch, but obviously the watch is a symbol for John McClane's wife leaving him. It is her success on the West Coast that kind of has taken her away from him and created the rift in between them, right? So the watch not only becomes a symbol for her success, but for their distance, which is why John says, I will see it later. And ultimately, it is the thing that finally brings them back together and saves them, as when they undo Alan Rickman, the watch is unclipped, and the Rolex that you never see in the movie other than this one shot falls away with Rickman as the terrorist threat ends. It is a beautifully done moment in a film that has a scene where C4 is duct taped to a desk chair and thrown down an elevator shaft. You just don't get that kind of range. You really fucking don't. And I think it's that makes this movie genius. There are so many things about this movie. It is a romance. It is an action film. And motherfucker, it is a comedy. Oh my God. Some of the one-liners in this movie are like, what? Who did they have? Dude, when that cop goes, man, I hope that's not a hostage, as he sees a guy falling to his death from the 60th floor. Oh my God, man. He's such a bonehead cop. It's so funny. It's so good. I love all the characters in this. The other thing that I love about this movie, and something that is very much, I think, an element of most successful action projects, horror projects, anything that with like adrenaline, is capable characters. Everybody in this movie is so fucking five-head. And it's like a brain massage to see the villains do smart things, right? When he pretends to be one of the hostages, you're like, oh, that's awesome. When, she doesn't reveal herself to be John's wife and she deals with him so capably, and everything that John does, it's just so cool to see these super capable characters, and it kind of gives you a little brain massage. It's really, really frustrating to just see useless characters on screen. It really is. So there are so many things about this movie that are great. Now, if you have never seen any other of John McTiernan's films, if you enjoyed this film, the ones that I would really, really recommend from his director career are Predator, obviously, but I'm sure a lot of you have seen Predator, and then The Hunt for the Red October. If you've never seen Hunt for the Red October, it's a very different type of action film, and it really was an influential film that led to a lot of other similar films getting made, most specifically Crimson Tide and The Sum of All Fears. But it's a movie about a defected German sub or Russian sub that is making its way to the United States and has military capabilities and blah, 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 blah. It's good. It's a good movie. Sean Connery doing a Russian accent, I could take or leave, but otherwise, I really enjoy the movie. So yeah, I would check those out. And then The Last Action Hero. Some people hate that movie. I love it. It's like it's almost like the last. It's truly the last action hero. It was made in 1993, and it was kind of like a wink and a great good night to the late 80s, early 90s genre of action film that I fucking love, right? After that, everything kind of got gritty, 2000s, Matrixy, and it was kind of the last, like, I have a machine gun for the sake of having a machine gun. It's time to ask a larger question. A question that has been begged all night. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes a Christmas movie? What makes a Christmas movie? Now, it is a good question. And ultimately, I will move away from the idea that Die Hard is inherently a Christmas movie. But I do think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And I think there are some other movies that aren't specifically Christmas films, but are Christmas movies. Now, I guess you have to ask yourself, what is your definition of a Christmas movie? What makes a Christmas movie? Are only films about Christmas a Christmas movie, right? Because then there are some films that might not directly be Christmas related. Is Frosty the Snowman a Christmas movie? Because Christmas isn't really mentioned in Frosty the Snowman. It's more the creation of a winter being, and there's Christmas happening around it, right? Does it need to be Christmas related? Or can the events around it be Christmas-y? Now, I would argue that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Mainly because it is centered around Christmas. There are Christmas songs in it. They integrate a Christmas score. All the characters are talking about Christmas. There's direct Christmas imagery, right? What with the white Christmas and the Santa Claus and all of these things. I think they integrate Christmas enough that definitively, after we can watch that movie, we can say that it is a Christmas movie. Right? Everything short of Santa Claus showing up happened. If you are still in the camp that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, I would like to pose to you another question about a movie. Is Jingle All the Way a Christmas movie? Because Jingle All the Way is an action film about buying a toy at Christmas. But Santa Claus isn't mentioned. The spirit of the season is never brought up. You never directly have like an homage to Christmas. It is an action film centered in winter where a father must buy a toy. So I beg the question, if Jingle All the Way is a Christmas movie, then surely Die Hard is a Christmas movie, right? I have another one. Is Violent Night a Christmas movie? Violent Night is an action movie about Santa Claus going toe-to-toe with a group of assassins and killing them on Christmas. So this movie is basically Die Hard, except John McClane is Santa Claus. Is that your barrier of entry? So now you're admitting that a Christmas-themed action movie can be a Christmas movie. Action movies can be Christmas movies. Any genre of film really can be a Christmas movie, if that is true. So I do think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. There are people that will debate that to their grave because they just can't get over the fact that an action movie is a Christmas movie. But I think any genre of film can be a Christmas movie, right? In fact, there's one film that really stretches this. There's one film that is about a different holiday that is still somehow a Christmas movie. The Nightmare Before Christmas is about Halloween and the king of Halloween. But because he has an obsession with Christmas, this musical, spooky kind of horror-esque movie for children becomes a Christmas movie. So I think the definition of a Christmas movie is very amorphous. But in the case of Die Hard, there are so many checks that it is a Christmas movie. There are so many. People just go, yeah, it's set in Christmas. But no, there's so much in it where you're like, oh my gosh, this is a Christmas film. All right. Yeah, Krampus is a Christmas movie and it's a horror movie. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this kind of more fun film night. I didn't do as much teaching as I usually do, but I wanted to show one of my favorite movies and have some fun with it. And I hope you guys had a good time. It was our first film night back after a little hiatus. And I had a lot of fun with it. My first full movie night. I think people coming together and they will get there by any means necessary for the people they love. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if it was your first time seeing Die Hard, I hope you enjoyed it. That was probably one of the largest mass screenings of Die Hard ever, which is so cool because you're literally talking about one of the most praised, obsessed over cult films ever. And you just got to experience it with more people than have ever got to watch that in a single setting. So, fuck yeah, dude. I hope you had a fun time. I hope you got juiced on it. And, And it's not
a Christmas movie.
Caroline, we just definitively.
No, it's not. My dad said it's not either.
Caroline, there are 5 Christmas songs in it.
So glad you're back.
No.
Thanks for showing one of
There are 5 Christmas songs in it.
Neff.
They are at a Christmas party. There is a Christmas tree. There are Christmas gifts. They all talk about Christmas. The reporter, when they ask the kids, what would you say to their kids? They say, come home, it's Christmas.
Fuck those kids.
Caroline, why can't it be a Christmas movie? That's a better question, Caroline. Here, take the mic.
No, I can't.
No, you will. It's not muted. Try again.
Mic is not on.
There you go.
Okay. I was saying, you know how people will come into my chat and be like, I hate you.
Right.
And they'll have no reason.
Sure.
They just feel it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about Die Hard. I've never watched Die Hard and felt like it was a Christmas movie, but I had no concrete explanation. I'm not going to get in a battle with you because it's just how I feel.
Caroline, do you realize you're doing the conservative thing?
Yeah, I do. I know.
You're doing the conservative thing right now where you're like, I have no facts and logic to back up
facts
why
don't
I
care
feel
about
this.
your feelings.
Right, but you're doing feelings right now.
I don't care about.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. What does a Christmas movie need to be considered a Christmas movie?
Okay. It needs to be built around Christmas, the holiday, where it's I I actively feel as if Christmas takes place, like has a part in the plot of the film.
It does. He's there
But
for
this
he's
could
there
have
for a
been like
Christmas party.
But it could have been like a Halloween thing. You know what I mean? If it had been a Halloween party,
Then
I
it
don't
would have
think I
been
would
a
have thought it was a
Halloween
Halloween movie.
So
No.
if he's going to a Halloween party, everyone's wearing costumes, there's Halloween songs. Is it then a Halloween movie? I would argue it is.
I don't know about that. Look, I got people in chat who support me. They don't understand. Okay, what about...
No, one's in chat if you think it's a Christmas movie.
Hold on. So, no, they got confused.
They didn't get confused.
They got confused. Anyway, look, I have no hard feelings towards you or anyone else who like says that this is a Christmas movie.
I have a question.
I've never, and I watched Die Hard with my dad a couple days ago.
Does the action in the film make it less of a Christmas movie for you?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Is Violent Night a Christmas movie?
No,
Lord of the
it's
Rings
not.
is a Christmas trilogy.
Yes.
It has elves, trees,
Yeah.
snow,
Wait.
and a guy that looks like Santa who gives...
It doesn't have to do with action. It's the fact that I look at Die Hard and I see it as an action movie. Christmas happens to be going on. Happens to be part of...
I would argue the same thing about Violent Night.
No, but Violent Night, you've literally got Santa Claus.
So if John McClane was Santa...
It would feel more of a Christmas movie to me.
Okay.
I just don't feel like at the end they sing those Christmas songs. They're like Merry Christmas, but otherwise,
No,
it doesn't have to do...
There's 5 Christmas songs in the movie. There's a Santa Claus statue. There's a Christmas tree.
Right, but those
They're
are
at a
Christmas
party.
elements. But I mean, like the robbery.
But like, how many Christmas elements happen
Look,
before Christmas is an integral part of the story?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. Based for me, the vibes of Die Hard.
Can I ask a question? If you have a story where 2 elves are fucking in the North Pole, but they never acknowledge Christmas, is that a Christmas movie?
2 elves in the North Pole?
Yes.
I think that's a strong enough Christmas setting.
Okay, then I have a question.
Wait, I forgot about my chat, by the way.
You're still streaming?
Yeah, I forgot I was streaming.
What?
I came over to ask you if you wanted a game. Oh my god, I forgot. See, I got wrapped up in this. I got wrapped up.
Get out of here.
Hold on. Are we gonna game?
I'm down to game.
Okay. Lethal Company?